What's up, YouTube? It's your boy Goose. I just knocked everything down off my shit. Damn. But this video, we back on dumb employees. Dumb employees. Let's go ahead and march into this, man, because I know y'all been waiting for me to drop this part 2, so I'm back on it. All right, let's get into it.
Next.
Hey! And if you haven't yet, like, comment, and subscribe. And don't forget to turn your post notifications on so you'll know anytime I drop a video. Let's get to it.
Dumb employee actually tried to steal a $60,000 car from his job at a car rental company. But even dumber than that was his explanation for this car mishap.
Earlier today, we witnessed this car.
What's going on out here?
A mishap with the car.
What?
A mishap with the car.
Mishap?
I stored the car in the wrong location.
Oh, okay. Is your car?
I work here.
You work here?
I work here.
So,
This car is it's the company's car.
so where were you supposed to store it then?
I didn't want to know where it went, so I dropped it off here and I went back over there and got another car and took it where I had to take it to.
You took another car?
Because I had to.
Yeah. So did you take 2 cars then?
Yes, sir. I take it to the airport.
Okay. So you say you work out here?
Yes, sir.
For who?
I work for Avis Budget.
Okay.
Yeah, so he drove it from over there.
Give your driver's license.
I have my social.
Wasn't this guy's job to drive cars for the rental company? Didn't he say earlier that he drove at least 2 cars that day? Yet now he claims he doesn't have a license. Sounds to me like he didn't think this through. Let's see what his manager had to say about the situation.
Earlier today, I witnessed this car leave the Avis lot, park in this lot. He got out of it.
Okay.
He just got off work and said that he had left the car here, left the keys in it, which the keys were not in it when I looked at it an hour ago.
Okay.
Got in the car that was locked because I came out and checked. There was no keys and the car was locked. Got in it and we blocked him in before he could take off. But
Okay. I'm going to assume y'all want prosecution, correct?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
he's
Is there a video that we can get of that vehicle coming out here? Do you guys have that?
he didn't drive this one out here. I didn't give him a chance.
Sounds like the guy was caught in the act. I have to say, it really is a beautiful car. Maybe he wanted to take it for a joyride and return it the next day. If that's
Yeah, that's what I'm trying to get. Me, I love them motherfuckers.
the case, he's even dumber than I thought. Getting arrested for going on a joyride is just stupid.
So did you witness him get in the car? Okay.
Yep.
All right.
Yep.
Okay. So what's going on, bud?
Honestly, sir, okay, I transport cars. Earlier, when I transported this car, when I got out the gate, my team had already left. So they told me to park the car in PM. I recently just started working here. I didn't know where to park the car. I brought it over
Who's
here.
they? You said they told you to. Who's they?
It was a guy over there.
Okay, give me a detailed description.
He cleans out the cars. All I know is he came up to me and said, put this car in PM. And I didn't know where it went. So I brought it over here. I've seen someone bring a car over here, drop it off, because they didn't know where it went. I left the car here, went back over there, got another car, and went to finish doing my job.
How long you been doing this?
You talking about this job?
Uh-huh.
I've been doing it 2 weeks.
Okay.
The suspect repeated the same story as before, and if we hadn't just heard the manager's side of the story, we might be inclined to believe him. He was new at the job, and it was possible that he just made a stupid mistake. But there's something else that doesn't really fit in.
And I've never had to deal with the PM before. That's what I'm saying.
So you said you were already clocked out, right?
I just clocked out.
You just clocked out?
Clocked out.
So then they told you to get the vehicle after you were out of work or something?
No, sir.
So what were you doing? What were you trying to do since you had already clocked out?
I was nothing. I'm getting ready to go home.
You were getting ready to go home?
Yes, sir.
So why are you getting in this car? You realize that this story, you know what a submarine is, right?
Sir?
You know what a submarine is, right? Like goes under the water, you know, U.S. Navy uses them.
Damn, that nigga, he had me for a second. He had me for a second. But then you got off work and then you hopped in the company car. You tripping?
You know what a screen door is, right?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Your story is like a screen door on a submarine. It ain't making a bit of sense and it ain't holding no water.
Wow, the submarine analogy has to be the weirdest one I've
Ooh, shit.
ever heard. He probably waited for years for the right circumstances to tell that one. But in a crazy way, it makes sense. The suspect's cover story just doesn't make sense.
So an unknown dude, white dude, black dude, Asian, Hispanic?
Hispanic.
Okay, so unknown Hispanic dude that you can't give me a description of, told you to drop it off at PM.
Yeah.
So who's your boss? What's his name?
I would say they're my boss.
Okay, so who did you ask where PM was? Because when my sergeant tells me something, do something that I don't know or go someplace where I don't know, I go, hey man, hey man, I need a little bit of help. Can you talk to me? I'm not sure where to go and all that. So who did you talk to get any clarification on that?
My crew had left. So like I said, I've seen someone.
Okay.
I've seen someone do exactly this before. So I did it.
Yeah. Okay. All right. Tell you what we're gonna do right now. Face that fence. Face the fence.
You probably suspected that he was going to get arrested, but not for the reason you expected. While they were investigating, the officers were informed this guy had a warrant out of San Antonio. So while they were waiting for confirmation, they decided to put him in handcuffs.
Okay, you have anything on you that's going to poke us, stick us, stab us, blow us up, anything like that?
No, sir.
Okay, because he's going to pat you down real quick.
Yes, sir.
Like I said, you realize this story makes...
If y'all watched the video before, they did the same shit to the girl. Excuse my language. They did the same thing to the girl. She was just at work. Stop popping up, dog. But she was just at work working. Yeah, I mean, duh. You at work working. Duh. She was just at work. Car was parked. And then the police ran her tags. And then after they ran her tags, they ran her name and found out she had a warrant and she got arrested. Well, she got arrested for resisting to talk to, not talk to the police, but resisting arrest, detainment. I don't, it's sketchy as heck, bro. Yeah, I could have just said I'm coming. We got a warrant. Like, we got a warrant out for your arrest.
Zero.
But they, the company did call them, so understood.
Sense that you're telling me. I mean, just be honest. Be 1,000% honest. So you're telling me that you're such a good employee that working for the temp company and everything?
I'm not working with the temp company. I work directly with Avis Budget.
Okay, so you're telling me that you're such a good employee that after you clocked out, you're going to keep moving cars for them for free?
No, I wasn't.
Well, you said you've already clocked out and you were gone for the day and you were coming over to this car.
This car has been sitting here since 12.
Okay, but you told us already you clocked out for the day. And that you were coming over here. Okay. All right, I'm gonna verify something with them.
Yes, sir.
And we're gonna go from there.
At that point, another manager stepped out and confirmed that the suspect parked the car there and locked it without returning the key. He then went on with his work during the day, and when he clocked out, he got back in the vehicle. It sure looks like he tried to drive it without permission.
And he even admitted to me. I said, so if you don't know where to park the car, who do you ask? And he goes, I asked my lead. And I was like...
Yeah. I've heard the usual story. They told me. Who's they? I don't know.
So what was he going to do with the car now?
Oh,
yeah. What was this?
Why would you put yourself in that position, man? You could have just went home. You was in the clear. Like you was in the clear. Yeah, you probably didn't know where to park the car. But you probably parked that motherfucker to go home with that motherfucker. You know how, yeah.
He goes, well, I already clocked out. And I go, so you're telling me you're such a good employee that you're going to keep shuttling cars after you clocked out for the day? All right. Well, tell you what, at this point, you are under arrest for what's called UUMV, unauthorized use of motor vehicle. I verified. Trust me, I know these folks over here. I've been on more calls with them than my partner here, actually, for the time that I've been here. That you aren't, they told me that you have been instructed that you are not under any circumstances to put a vehicle in this lot.
I was not instructed.
Okay, but I'm not going to argue. I've dealt with them on some pretty unsavory stuff. Okay, I know their word is solid.
The suspect looked confused. At one point, he even shouted to his now former bosses that he wasn't informed he couldn't park there. But stealing the car wasn't his only crime. As they patted him down, the officers found a wallet with a customer's credit card and identification.
You got that out of the car earlier.
Huh? Got that out of the car?
Yeah,
For real, man.
that was in one of the
Why
cars.
you turned it in?
If you don't know, working with bro, that's a good job, man. $23 an hour, bro.
Hey, Corey.
I really just thought about it, honestly.
We got extra stuff too.
Oh, okay.
So, I mean, 2 pieces of identifying information, credit cards.
Oh, nice.
Supposedly it was in a vehicle. He forgot to turn it in.
Okay, well, too bad. Let me inform him of that. All right, Cameron. All right, because you have these things in your possession right here, you are also going to be charged with fraudulent use or possession of identifying information. You said that you found them in the car and all that. If you'd have turned them in, that'd have been something different. So that's going to be,
we've been moving
and they
around.
have processes that when you find stuff in the cars, you go and you turn that in immediately.
We've been moving around
Okay.
so much today, so it slipped my mind, sir.
Okay. And if you use them, then there will be additional charges follow, okay? All right. I'm just giving you the heads up. Thank you.
Sir.
This is a perfect example of what not to do in your new job. Always ask if
When you call, bro, just stop lying. Just stop talking. The talking is over now. Wait, just be like, you know what? I ain't saying nothing until I get a lawyer. Beat. I plead the fifth. I'm not saying nothing until I get a lawyer in this mug, man. Take me to the jail. Do what you gotta do. For real.
if you are not sure about something,
Damn,
and
man.
never take a $60,000 vehicle without permission, especially if it's just for a fun ride. It's one thing to have a rookie on the job try to steal something, but when a manager decides to steal, you have to wonder who made them do it. The following incident took place at a Murphy USA gas station in Florida when the lead manager found out he was almost $12,000 short. He called the police, innocently thinking that a customer had robbed the place. But when he did an audit, he found out that the thief was one of his own.
All right, my fault.
Meeting last week, and she comes up and says, "Hey, I processed the deposit, but I forgot to take it to the bank. I called my supervisor, and she says she can't find it." So I said, "Okay, well, let's dig into it. Let's look at the cameras." Well, the cameras just happen to be down. Not of their doing.
Well, yeah, just
The tech actually screwed it up. So it just happened to be down.
of course that
One day, we get a report from our office saying, "Hey, the previous day hasn't gotten to the bank yet either."
okay.
So I come up here with the DM, and we start talking to her, and she finally confesses, "Hey, I stole the deposit, but I used it to pay back another deposit I lost 5 weeks ago." Her claim is she's been floating deposits, so she steals today's to pay for yesterday's. And she's
Okay.
been kind of doing this all along, except she's gotten behind.
Look at that smile. I never saw a manager so happy someone was stealing from him. In truth, it's not his money. It belongs to the gas station. So he's probably just happy he caught the culprit. Who knows? He might even get a bonus, especially when they hear how he got the suspect to confess.
The thing about our camera system is it may have gone into safe mode, which means it still records, but nobody can get into it. We've sent it back to the company to see. It's doubtful, but regardless, I explained that to him, and that's when to her, and that's when she said, "Okay, I did take the deposit." Oh, and by the way, not only did I take that one from the 15th, I also took today's
To cover.
to try to cover some of that money.
Okay, so on the 15th of this month,
Correct. Last Wednesday.
there was a deposit that was never
Never sent
deposited.
it. And she admitted to that she didn't take it when she was supposed to, but stated she didn't know how it got lost. She left it here, but nobody could find it.
Okay. And then deposit from today
was also missing.
This manager is good. If I ever owned a gas station, this is the kind of guy I'd like working for me. It's like he's always prepared and ready for the challenge. And if you don't believe me, check this out. He even knows her birthday by heart.
What's her name?
It's Keely E.H. Last name is. Her date of birth is 11/7.
Oh, he's a professional snitch. He worse than Charleston White, boy. Charleston White ain't even a snitch, but he's a professional snitch.
Okay, is she here today?
She's writing a statement for me.
Okay. Hello, Miss Jones. My name's Officer Hanson.
Well, they just gave up her first and last name, Miss Jones, and then something Haley. I think it was Healy or some shit like that. He tried to blur it out.
I'm assuming you know why I'm here. So you have the right to remain silent. Anything you say can and will be used against you in the court of law. Do you understand the rights as I've explained them? Okay. Having them in mind, you want to talk to me?
Approximately 5 to 6 weeks ago, my husband was taken to the hospital via ambulance, having a stroke like he had.
Okay.
So I panicked when I left from here. I left with the deposit in the bag like I always do, with my intention of stopping at the bank, putting it in the night trap, and going straight to the hospital.
Okay.
Instead, I drove straight to the hospital because I was not focusing on anything.
Of course, she came up with a good cover story, and she even tells it with such conviction. But wait.
Yeah.
Let's give her the benefit of the doubt. Everybody's innocent until proven guilty in a court of law. Am I right?
I was there for 7 or 8 hours. It was almost midnight when I went to come home. My little thing on my car, on the inside of my car where I keep like my ID, my debit card, and all that stuff, was open. I didn't think anything of it. Shut it, went home, slept for 3.5 hours, and was back here at 4 o'clock the next day to open up like I do every day.
Okay.
Did everything like normal, went to the bank and asked for the receipt from the night drop for the deposit. They did not have one, and that's when I started to panic. My debit card was gone, my credit card was gone, the deposit was gone, so someone was obviously in my car.
She then tells the officer she didn't make a report because she was afraid of getting fired. Supposedly, she didn't even tell her husband about what happened. But her story was about to fall apart because the manager decided to start asking questions.
Can I ask you a question? I'm going to ask you a question. I'm going to be real pointed about my question.
Can I ask you a question? I want to ask you a question. Nah, that's how you know he about to cook. That's how you know he about to cook. Shit.
Yeah,
You and I had how many conversations? Remember?
at least 3.
We had 3 conversations,
Yeah.
right? And all 3 times, remember the question I asked? I said, did you take it? You said no. It's okay. I asked you did, Andrea did, and you said no. And I asked you if you could have taken it. What did you say to me all 3 times?
I said I didn't know.
You said it probably was Richard.
No, sir. No, sir.
You said
No. I said he's sketchy and he doesn't answer questions well, and he lies like a freaking sieve.
I'm going to back up just a second.
Absolutely.
If I asked you, who you thought could have taken it, you said could have been Richard.
No. I said I don't know, but I wouldn't put it past him. I did not say he took anything.
You had 3 opportunities to say it wasn't my people. And you didn't
True.
take those opportunities.
No.
The suspect slowly started to realize that her story was not working as well as she had hoped it would, and that she would probably be going to jail. She had no other choice but to double down on being the victim, hoping it would make the officer more sympathetic.
Husband in the hospital and a child at home. That I'm their sole provider.
I understand, but Unfortunately.
Is there any way we can do anything without me going to jail?
Nah.
Anyway?
Nah. Nah, you're going to jail.
Anything? I don't care if I sign papers and I'll pay everything back. I don't care. I don't care.
My dog's out there tripping. They fighting like a hold on.
I really
That's
can't
why-
go to jail. I really can't. I did not benefit from this money at all. You can look at my bank statements right here on my phone. You can look at everything. I have not been using this money for anything other than to make the other deposit. And it was my mistake that I didn't call and tell someone. It was my mistake.
No,
I just can't. I can't go to jail. I can't.
well, fortunately,
Oh my God, I can't.
The suspect then broke down in tears. She gave one last-ditch effort to get the cop not to take her to jail. But at this point, there wasn't much he could have done. With the body cameras filming everything and the manager being present, she wasn't getting a free pass this time, despite her supposed ordeal.
My husband can't even speak in sentences by himself right now. His brain is all f***ed up. And I have a child. I can't. That's the only reason why I didn't say anything, because I didn't want to lose my job, because everyone depends on me. I'm the only one. There's nothing, there's absolutely nothing I can do. Absolutely nothing I can do.
no, not at this point. So, what I can do is I'm going to have to put you in hand.
Y'all stop fighting. They always fighting, man. And when they fight, they be fighting rough. Like, do y'all dogs be doing that? These two don't even care. Like, dang. And they be playing the whole time. Like, they be fighting rough, but they be playing. So I don't be knowing if I should split them up or not. You know? I be splitting them up sometimes, but I don't, you know, comment down below. Let me know what I should do with my dogs, you know? And they get to fighting aggressively, or should I just let them play? Let them be dogs, right? Let me know.
Oh my God, are you kidding me right now?
The suspect was charged with grand theft, and eventually she came clean about stealing the money. Even after admitting it, she got only 9 months probation and 25 hours community service. Do you think that's fair?
You got a slap on a wrist. One of my other videos, it was a little girl that took a candy bar. She got a whole year for stealing. This is a grown woman. This is crazy.
The case with the thieving manager was pretty clear, at least for most people. But in this next case, the officers had a rough start. There was a crash, but the suspect was nowhere to be found. When the officers arrived at the scene, they learned that the man who caused the accident refused to ID himself, and then he fled.
What did he look like?
Well, that's going to be the next video. That's going to be the next one. If you haven't already, because I got to go check on my dogs anyway. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe. Let me know how I can do better in my next video or in this video, you know. Just let me know. And if you haven't already, turn your post notifications on so you can know when I drop my next video. I drop them every day at 10 in the morning. So if you're morning people who need a little entertainment, a little laugh, come to my channel, man. But until next time, your boy Goose